Thank you for this great honor. I wish I could be in the Netherlands with you, and I hope you're having a wonderful conference. I hope you won't mind, but I'm going to read these remarks because I have a lot of people to thank, and I want to make sure I don't forget anybody. First and foremost, I thank the International Research Society for Children's Literature. I especially thank Dr. Astrid Surmatz and the rest of the awards committee. Perry Nodelman nominated my book for this award, and it speaks to his generosity that he did so despite the fact that I spend much of my book arguing against some positions that he takes in his IRSCL honor book, The Hidden Adult, Defining Children's Literature. Professor Nodelman is a scholar of expansive vision and curiosity. I thank him most sincerely, and I continue to learn from him. With this award, I'm honored to join the company of such fine previous winners as Gail Edwards and Judith Saltman, Torben Weinreich, Ronnie Natov, Claire Bradford, and so many more. I'm especially honored to walk in the footsteps of Lois Kuznets, who won this award in 1995. I read Kuznets' book, When Toys Come Alive, Narratives of Animation, Metamorphosis, and Development, when I was a master's student. Although Kuznets discusses race relatively little, her book inspired me to ask, why would stories about sentient dolls, dolls that are alive, increase in popularity in precisely the moment that the abolitionist movement gained power in the United States? This question led me to one of the key arguments of my book. I argue that stories about sentient dolls weld childhood to slavery's most foundational, disturbing, and lingering question: what is a person? Slavery depends on an epistemological violence, the idea that some people are not people, but are instead things that can be owned. The objectification of African Americans, I argue, found rich potential in children's doll literature because all stories about sentient dolls reorganize the boundary between human and thing. In other words, children's literature was a key site in which contests about slavery were fought in the United States. Those of us who care about the international history of slavery, those of us who care about the global history of race itself, must pay attention to children's literature. This argument and so many others was made possible by past IRSCL award books. I thank New York University Press, particularly my editor, Eric Zinner, for unflagging support for this book. I thank Philip Nell for accepting this award on my behalf and for being an invigorating colleague, an inspiring scholar, and a good friend. While I was writing this book, I wanted one thing more than anything else. I wanted people to read it. Now, of course, I also wanted people to like it, and I wanted people to cite it and to assign it in their classes. But I knew that all of those things depended first on people actually reading it. What I appreciate most about this IRSCL award is that it speaks to an international community of children's literature scholars. And it says, come check this book out. This book is worth reading. I'm very grateful for the honor, but I'm even more grateful for the fact that this award will help people to find my book and to read my book. I love reading the work that you, the children's literature scholars, create and so generously give to this world. I'm honored to be a part of this intellectual community. Thank you again for this thrilling award.